In the office, I am a homeschooling mom of two young boys, Caleb and Aiden, ages 8 and 12. I've been happily married to my husband for the past 19 years, and I love dressing up. I love going to the Renaissance Festival, taking any opportunity I can to put on my elf ears and just have a good time with my boys. The bottom right picture is our most recent trip to the Ren Fair this summer. And I also love to, in my spare time, write poetry. I put up there Dancing Grass, one of my most recent poems. And it reads, tall brown grass dances to a silent autumn tune, bowing to the wind. And I've been writing poems since I was 5. All righty. So my professional why do I do what I do? Well, it all started when I was 12. My dad had a bad lifting injury as a nurse, tried the medical route for 2 years without relief. On the verge of a wheelchair, he went to see a chiropractor. And when I saw how that restored my dad's health naturally, I knew that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, to help people live better naturally so they can do the things they love with the people they love. And it's my mission to help people locally and abroad in Cambodia. My personal why is to spread the love and joy of Jesus, one big smile at a time. So Cambodia, for those that don't know, is a third world country over in Asia near Thailand, and it lacks basic medical care, things like clean water. Most people there suffer with chronic pain. Many have AIDS and TB, along with other issues. They're malnourished. Even the children from the age of 5, their teeth are black and falling out. And that's because they were trained many, many years ago to add sugar and MSG to their rice and their food. They lack personal hygiene, and meat is a luxury because it is so expensive. So to get protein, it is very common and considered a treat to eat bugs. And I've actually tried all of these. They eat tarantulas, they eat scorpions, they eat mealworms. The mealworms are interesting. They pop in your mouth, and the locusts are interesting because their wings get caught in your teeth, but they do taste pretty. They do taste pretty good. So what is life like in Cambodia? This is the rich city, and you can see how dirty the water is. And this is why so many of them have chronic gut problems and numbness and tingling, because there is no sewage treatment. You can see the wiring system in the city is a fire waiting to happen. In the remote villages, they do not have things like electricity, so they use ice to cool their food, and they use what's called the squatty potty on the far right, and they would put their feet right on the little sides here to use the bathroom and then just dump water. So very, very rural. And life in the destitute dump. This broke my heart the most. Here in the dump, people would live on the bottom level would be one family, and on the upper level would be another, exposed to the elements. They, for water, would gather rainwater and use the same basin, this water cistern, to both bathe, to drink, to wash their bodies. And so again, the dirty water is a common cause of the health problems that they have. Because they are poor in the dump, they would recycle the garbage, picking out the cans and the metal to get what little money they could to buy food. That was their only source of money. And the children would go through the garbage to find broken toys and tires to play with. That middle picture is of a little girl who found used nail polish bottles to play with. And many of the kids there, as you can see, have no shoes. So when we went on our last trip, we collected and brought shoes for the little kids, along with rice for the people living in the dump. when I was there, I would treat as many people as I could. This was one of my treatment rooms, not my conventional treatment room that I used when I was in Cambodia. And people would come from miles, waiting for hours to be treated. And God did amazing things. He definitely worked miracles. The lame walked, the deaf heard, and the blind truly saw. This woman on the far left had been paralyzed for 5 years. She had been electrocuted based on the interpreter. And after I got done treating her, she got up and walked. And with a big grin on her face out of her poverty, she offered us her little rice and her water, even though she was living in the dump in very harsh conditions. This gentleman in the middle picture was struggling with a lot of numbness and tingling, and I was actually treating him for that. And when I got done treating him, he said, now I hear the motorcycle that was only a couple feet away outside of his little shack. And the gentleman in the far right picture had spent all of his money on witch doctors, and him and his daughter were there to seek help. And as I was treating him for his various pain, he said to me through the interpreter, now I can see, now I have full sight back in my eye. So just truly remarkable what God did and continues to do over there. When we're in the capital, we do go back to the House of Refuge every time we go. They are a group that helps young girls who have been abused and sexually trafficked. And we help them to learn an education, to be able to speak English, to teach them how to make jewelry. That's what the House of Refuge does. And we come alongside them and support them. If they're interested, we help pay for them to go to college to further their career. And with these women and with others, Cambodia is so poor when they get married and they do start their own family. The hospitals will have nothing but ice cubes for their bellies, and they're not the most clean of places. So when we collect money, we'll use it to help them as well, to go to a more Western hospital. I couldn't have done it without help of other people on the mission team, and everybody that comes uses their strength. I adjusted. My friend on the right, Beth, is a nurse practitioner. She would take blood pressures and recommend the certain antibiotics and drugs that the people needed. On the left, Joel, he is very handy and would help rebuild things at the Girls' House of Refuge and other areas, as well as just playing with the kids. That was a big thing. Teaching them how to make New York spaghetti. The girls in the House of Refuge were super excited about that. And we're excited this coming February to be going back and again, going to the dump, to the House of Refuge, but also to other areas that are going to need assistance in Cambodia. We work with local churches and local groups who know where the need is. And we just go and provide whatever help we can. So my question is, can you lend a helping hand? New and gently used clothes and shoes, ages 1 to 13. I will have more information to come. I have set up a GoFundMe page, and every dollar that is donated will be used to buy supplies and medicine for those in Cambodia that are in need. Thank you so much for letting me share.